In today's video, I will be reviewing Sharik's resume, who is one of the sweetest people I have met as a part of my Exclusive Resume Revamp Club. It is a scholarship program where I help people by writing their resumes for free so as to educate, empower all of you guys here on YouTube and Instagram on how to write your perfect resume to get you job interviews. If you're somebody who's on a tight budget and need my help in writing your resume, then click on the link in the description and pitch us why we should select you. So let's get into it. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Divya Kataria. I'm a resume expert and an interview coach with over 135,000 followers on Instagram, and I've helped over 350 people across 18 countries to land their dream job. Before we start, I would also request you to hit that like button because it gives me the motivation to make more videos for you that can help you land your dream job. So let's have a look at Sharik's resume before the revamp and after the revamp, learn from what mistakes he made, and also secret tips and tricks to revamp your resume. So this was Sharik's resume before the revamp. So let's dig into what is missing and what is wrong. The title of different sections of his resume are ambiguous and also not in alignment with industry standards. For example, career objective should be renamed as personal summary and core strengths should be renamed as interpersonal skills. The format of the CV is simple. However, I'm a little bit suspicious on whether this template is ATS friendly or not. When you're putting a lot of time and resources into revamping and learning how to write your resume, the number one thing you should make sure is that your resume template is ATS friendly. Because if it is not ATS friendly, it's not going to pass the hiring software and all the efforts you've put in are going to go to waste. I would 100% recommend Sharik to use one of my ATS friendly resume template range that I've launched because they are 100% ATS friendly and have been tested in 18 countries for the past 1 year. If you take a closer look into the resume is not telling me anything about who Sharik is, what are his skill set, what are his strengths, and also why is he applying for research or business analyst role when he has a bachelor's in pharmacy. If you take a closer look at the work experience summary section, you will see a lot of ambiguous and incomplete sentences. There is missing information about what was the deliverables, what projects or initiatives he was working on, what skill set did he develop, and what was the impact of his delivery. For example, let's look at this bullet point. DOLS, identification and profiling. Now, as a recruiter, when I read this sentence, what does that mean? Is it a project? Is it an initiative? What exactly it is and what did you do in this project? So there's a lot of information that is missing, as you can see on his resume. Now let's look at the core strengths section, which actually should have been renamed as interpersonal skills. If you look at it, there are very few skills and very generic skills, and there is no interrelation between the skill set and the work experience section. I cannot see any bridge between those two, so it feels like they've just been put there for no reason. Now let's look at the last section called leadership and activity. This is the title that I would not have chosen for my resume. Instead, I would have named it as awards, achievements, or accomplishments. Now, when you look at it, it's just bullet point of what he has done, but there is no information about what each of these bullet points mean, and was it volunteering, was it an achievement, was it an award, what happened. There's a lot of information that is missing. So as a part of my Exclusive Resume Revamp Club, me and my team sat down with Sharik for 30 minutes to understand his skill set, to understand his leadership activities, and to also get more information about his KPIs and deliverables. Then later on, I spent 45 minutes to 1 hour on his resume, revamping it towards the job description or the job roles he's going for, and also carefully analyzing his strengths and his deliverables to showcase his skill set on his resume. Before I show you his ultimate resume transformation, let's hear from Sharik and let's see how excited he is.
Hi, I'm super excited to meet Divya and see my resume revamped by her.
I was filled with positivity and excitement by watching his video, and I'm sure you are excited to see his ultimate resume transformation. Okay, so let's look at Sharik's revamped resume, and I'm going to walk you through what changes I made and why I did them. Number one, stating proper titles for each section of his resume. I made sure to clearly label each section of the resume in an industry focused format and also the titles that are more ATS friendly. Number two, right under his name, we made sure to put a job title. Now this is a mistake that 90% of the people make. And I made sure that I put a job title that was more in alignment to the roles he's looking for and also to the recent role he's currently holding. Number 3, writing a strategic personal summary. I refined the personal summary to showcase his strengths, interpersonal and technical skills, his job title, his demonstrated work experience, and also his vast variety of interpersonal skill set that he has developed in his career. If you look at the very first sentence, I started with the word analytical because he is from a pharmacy background with research work experience, so he's a very analytical thinker and a good problem solver. Coming to the second section of the personal summary, I made sure to highlight his strong interpersonal skill set such as collaboration, communication, problem solving, and organizational skills. Number 4, let's have a look at the work experience section. So looking at the format, in his previous work experience, he mentioned the name of the company first and the job title, and there was no segregation in terms of font style or font type. But I made sure not to make that mistake in his revamped resume. So I made sure to put his job title first, followed by the company he's working in. Number 5, strengthening the work experience section. I made sure to write his work experience section in an achievements focused writing format. So what do I mean by that? Filling the work experience section with action verbs, keywords, and also skill set. And if you fill it with numbers and metrics, then it is cherry on top. The whole revamped resume now looks more strategic, in alignment with his career and work experience, scattered with keywords which ATS is going to love, highlighting his interpersonal skill set, and also includes a proper explanation of what he did in each work experience. Now let's go to the education summary. If you notice that the education summary in his previous resume was right on the top, but I've moved it to the second page. Now why did I do that? I did that because his education is actually superseded by his current work experience, which is in alignment to the industries he's applying for. Let's go to the skills section. Now, if you look at it, I have divided the skills section into 2 parts: interpersonal skill set and technical skill set. The interpersonal skill set highlights his soft skills and also the skills that he will bring into the new role from his current work experience and from his education experience. Technical skills include more of the softwares that he knows. And I also made sure to end the resume with references that should always be available on request. Whew, that was a lot. I actually thoroughly enjoyed the process of communicating with Sharik and also revamping his resume because I could clearly see that he needed my help. As a part of my resume revamp club, I also met Sharik 30 minutes on a Zoom call where I walked him through his resume and also showed him the before and after so he can keep those things in mind. Let's look at what he has to say about the club.
I got my resume revamped with Divya and it looks completely optimized and ready to hit apply button. Thank you so much, Divya.
So if you found this video educational and useful, and if you feel you need my help, get down in the description and apply today and pitch us why we should select you. And if you need more motivation into writing your resume, check out this video here or this one, which actually shows you how to write a perfect resume. And I'll see you next time.